So, the channel message for tonight has to do with someone messing with a very high-ranking divine being. And this is a very serious matter. Because the symbolism that I was downloading speaks to this divine being being the Lamb of God. And I've talked about the fact that Source will incarnate in a human vessel. And there's no way to know who that person is. And when people when people let their ego and their superiority complex, I'm hearing, take over. He said, I'm half leper. He said, they say, why would he? They say, why could he? It said, the song said, it seems like everything is falling down. So what I was hearing is that all curses are broken. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Legions of angels are constantly working on your behalf. I was hearing hay is for horses. And I'm going to break down the symbolism after I read through this. I was hearing that the Dalai Lama has spoken. I heard that you have a token for every word spoken against you. And the future is in clear view. Riches unspoken, your birthright cannot be stolen. Success, he says something clear. Hold on. He says, stand clear. And the song is called Dance in the Rain, and rain is spelled REIGN. He said, run tell mother, it's clearly not your time yet. And that's the problem, is that people try to race against time and compete with other people, thinking that they can slow them down. And I was hearing success is inevitable. No one can get ahead of you. He said, suicide mission, straight sabotage. You better off warring in the jungle with no camouflage. I was hearing mental illness is never an excuse for abuse. There are always moments of clarity and space for charity. There is no power in ego. What is mistaken for power is really cowardice. Those who think they're leading sheep to the slaughter don't know that you are a wolf in sheep's clothing. So for the context of this download, I know that a wolf in sheep's clothing symbolizes, false prophets, charlatans, etc. But I was also hearing your kindness will no longer be taken for weakness or meekness. The shepherd is really a leopard. I was hearing the Blue Lagoon. I was hearing tempered glass. I was hearing casting spells with shells. Cowrie shells are used as divination tools. No, I'm doing a collective download. But if someone wants a private message, then I will do those. Um, and I was hearing the divine is always on time. So, I'm gonna look up the spiritual significance of hay. So, hay's spiritual meaning varies, but often relates to fragility, fleetingness, and earthly materiality, contrasting with eternal spirit, yet it also symbolizes sustenance, abundance, prosperity, and the necessity of life's basic needs. Linking to spiritual nourishment in some traditions. It also signifies happiness and Christ's humble birth. It says fragility and transience. Humans and earthly things are like hay, temporary and subject to decay. And that's Isaiah 46-7. So, like I was talking about, people try to use their earthly wisdom, if you will, earthly power, which is really no power at all. And I'm going to look up the significance of the Dalai Lama. Hay also, like I said, hay symbolizes abundance, sustenance, hard work, and ephemeral nature of life. Even appearing in art as vanity. So, in the context of this download, it is definitely representing vanity, material, trying to obtain material wealth in a false way. And horses symbolize the spirit realm, guidance and protection. Let me look that up. So spirit is basically saying horses eat hay. Spirituality. Horses symbolize power, freedom, endurance, and guidance. So, like I said, hay can represent abundance, sustenance, but it can also represent vanity and trying to obtain material wealth in a trifling manner, if you will. And when you are a horse or have power, horsepower, and are being guided and protected by the divine, those people who are trying to trick you with hay, you eat them for dinner. Thank you for the follow. Greetings, Adonis. And so I'm going to look up the Dalai Lama. He said, you win or you lose, you better choose. Oh, you and the Dalai Lama have the same birthday? Okay, July 6th. That's interesting. So, the Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism, revered as the reincarnation. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Reincarnation of the Bodhisattva of compassion, an enlightened being who chooses rebirth to help humanity. His significance lies in embodying peace, compassion, and wisdom, serving as a global icon for nonviolence, promoting universal responsibility, and leading Tibetans in exile while preserving their culture and faith through his teachings on inner happiness and interconnectedness. Tibetans believe the Dalai Lama is a living manifestation of the Buddha of compassion, dedicated to serving all sentient beings. And I said earlier that someone is fucking with the incarnation of Source. And there are many names of Source incarnate. And I talked about that in a post that I put up not too long ago. I talked about how the names include Buddha, Jesus, Horus, Tahuti, Odin, Enoch, and I said, you have a token for every word spoken against you. And I'm going to look up the spiritual significance of token. A spiritual token is a physical object or sign representing a deeper spiritual truth, divine promise, or connection to the sacred, acting as a reminder, a focus for intention, or a vessel for spiritual power. Bridging the material and non-physical worlds seen in biblical covenants like the rainbow as a personal talisman for protection and faith. You said gratitude in advance. These messages are super synonymous. Okay, good. Thank you. It signifies God's faithfulness, a commitment to a spiritual path, or a moment where divine grace touches the mundane. And I said someone is fucking with the Lamb of God. And this says biblical tokens such as the rainbow in Genesis 9 or the blood of the paschal lamb are signs of God's promises and faithfulness to his people. Objects like Paul's aprons, and the song just said, I got on an apron in the kitchen. So objects like Paul's aprons became tokens of healing, representing the power of God working through them. And riches unspoken, your birthright cannot be stolen. And tokens also represent, in modern spirituality, a personal symbol or an object that serves as a focus for intention, a reminder of one's spiritual journey, or a connection to a higher guidance. And I talked about a horse being spiritual guidance as well. Success is inevitable. No one can get ahead of you. Mental illness is never an excuse for abuse. There are always moments of clarity, space for charity. And so that says to me that this person who is trying to do spell work on a high-ranking divine being, like I said, the Lamb of God, this person may try to claim mental illness or that they don't know what they're doing half the time, they're out of their mind or whatever. But there are moments of clarity, and this person is constantly being warned over and over and over again. And the space for charity, I'm going to look up charity. Charity primarily means love, the highest, selfless, divine love of God and divine love for God and others, expressed through kindness, patience, forgiveness, and serving the needy far beyond mere financial giving. It's deeper than just money. It's a heart attitude. And that's why the heart is weighed on the scales when you transition. Is patient, characteristics of charity in 1 Corinthians 13 is patient, kind, does not envy, does not parade itself, is not puffed up, keeps no records of wrong, rejoices in truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. And that's what I was talking about, the driving force behind this person doing divination. It involves self-sacrifice, putting others' well-being before your own, like Christ's example. It is an inward feeling and disposition that motivates outward actions of compassion and good works. So Spirit is like, we've given this person opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to make room for charity. We've given them warnings. And I said, there is no power in ego. And the song on now is called Sending My Love. The ego is the sense of I, the collection of beliefs defining yourself, often seen as an obstacle, pride, or separation to divine unity, requiring humility and self-denial, but also a tool for growth by choosing service over self-interest. Ultimately transforming into a transforming into a sanctified self, unified with the whole rather than just an actor of false spirituality. Hey, twin. So its significance lies in being the very arena where conscious choice, and I talked about just now room for charity, where conscious choice for spiritual awakening, love, and unity is exercised, despite its potential for deception and attachment to self-importance. The ego creates a sense of separation from the divine and others, fostering pride, selfishness, and a me first attitude. And I said, riches, hold on. Success is inevitable. No one can get ahead of you. And having a me first attitude is what causes people to do this shit. You said, I literally said, I wonder if my twin is on. Girl, I've been in the zone. I forgot to send it to anybody. So I said, what is mistaken for power is really cowardice. So cowardice signifies a deep failure of faith, trust, and courage, revealing an unbelieving heart that prioritizes self-preservation over divine calling, leading to disobedience, withdrawal, and a lack of identification with God's path, contrasting sharply with godly reverence and strength and faith found in traditions like Christianity, Judaism, and Hinduism, where it's seen as a major spiritual obstacle and a root of sin. Honey. Lack of trust in God, cowardice stems from not trusting God's promises, presence, and power, replacing faith with fear. I promise you, it's the root of all evil. And you know, the saying goes, the love of money is the root of all evil. And what is it that motivates people is money, materialism, wealth, success, being in the spotlight, having all the attention. And I talked about hay, and I talked about the significance of hay and how that works with regard to, in contrast to the divine. Because hay is a physical, material object that is perishable. And people are so obsessed with getting the hay that they ignore the promises of God. They let their faith fall by the wayside. And when you start just relying on earthly abundance, sustenance, success, that's all you're going to get. And so what Spirit was saying to me is that success is relative. So, like, if just mere success through human means, through human hustle, struggle, if that excites you, if that makes you want to do harm to people who have a high calling and a major purpose, that's where you're going to stay. I've said it before, and I'm going to continue to say it. I'm not relying on this world or earthly means for my abundance and my success. I put my full faith and trust in the divine for all of that. That's why I'm not tripping about how many people are in my life. I'm not tripping about how many views I get. I'm not tripping about how many followers and subscribers I have right this moment. Because I know that my messages are timeless. My messages are going to be very powerful and impactful one day. And I'm patient enough to wait on the divine. I'm very powerful, and I talk to very powerful beings in my collective. When you're very powerful, you don't have to flex. I'm only talking about it to prove a point that the most powerful beings just rest in their power. When you know you have spiritual gifts, when you know you are a creative being, when you know you're intricately connected to the divine, there's no need to override or try to usurp someone else, because you are in your own lane. You're running your own race. And so I said, those who think they're leading sheep to the slaughter don't know that you are actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. And like I said, in the context of this reading, it does have a double meaning. So the person who thinks that they're doing divination to get ahead of other spiritualists, because at this point I'm talking about spiritualists, because when you are a spiritualist trying to compete with other spiritualists and think that you're going to do something to stop other spiritualists who are here to help elevate the consciousness and to heal the collective, you're going to lose every time. And so, but also, I'm going to look up the spiritual significance of a wolf. Because, like I said, when people think that you are a sheep, they think that they take your kindness for weakness and meekness, and they think that they can lead you to the slaughter. But as soon as you get to the slaughterhouse door and you shape shift into that wolf, this spiritual, the wolf, the spiritual significance or symbolism of a wolf is loyalty, family, intelligence, intuition, freedom, and strength. Okay, you say you have a wolf tattoo on your arm. Hey. And so yeah, like these people think that they are leading sheep to the slaughter with this divination. But baby, you really a wolf in disguise. And when you are the symbol of loyalty, family, intelligence, intuition, freedom, and strength, he said, fuck your dreams, fuck all the good you thought this life was gonna bring you. When you attempt to slaughter someone who is here specifically to work for the divine, for the highest and best good of the collective, and you try to thwart that person's destiny, he said they try to feed me to the wolves. Y'all, I can't make this up. He said every day people pray to see the light, but the light at the end of the tunnel is a train. Bruh. Man, stop. It says wolves have keen senses. They are deeply connected to their instincts, symbolizing a need to listen to your own inner voice and trust your gut feelings. While loyal to their pack, wolves also possess a strong sense of independence, representing the freedom to forge their own path and embrace individuality. Wolves are known for their intelligence and complex communication within their packs, highlighting the importance of clear and authentic communication. As guardians of the pack, wolves symbolize protection, courage, and inner strength, even in the face of uncertainty. And the song is called "The Good Fight." And he said, I'm tired of playing with y'all, trying to fight the good fight." Wolves are often associated with wisdom, cunning, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with a deep understanding of their environment. I want y'all to stop playing with me. I want y'all to stop playing with me. Diamond, I got your cash out. I'm gonna get to you as soon as I'm finished. Baby, let me tell you something. Your kindness will no longer be taken for weakness or meekness. The shepherd is really a leopard. Let's look up leopard. He said it's looking like school and I'm the invincible principal. Spiritually, the leopard symbolizes power, grace, stealth, and adaptability, acting as a guide for transformation, independence, and using inner strength to navigate challenges, often representing fierce courage, the need to embrace your true self, and connecting with nature's wildness, while also appearing in African traditions as a guide for souls or ancestor manifestation. It embodies silent movement, keen perception, and powerful hunting, encouraging trust and instincts for decisive action and overcoming solitude or fear. He said the song is called We Go Off. He said we go hard, not macro soft. The leopard represents power and grace, a potent mix of strength, agility, and effortless movement, symbolizing leadership and high status. Appears during life's challenges, guiding you to see challenges as growth opportunities. Represents self reliance, teaching you to embrace solitude and find strength within, as seen with the snow leopard. A powerful hunter, it encourages reliance on your inner voice and intuition to navigate life. A totem for confronting fears and taking risks, standing up for beliefs. A reminder to stay grounded in nature and draw strength from the natural world. In some traditions, powerful ancestors manifest as leopards to offer guidance or protection. Come on now. Come on now. The shepherd is really a leopard. And we all know that the Christ consciousness has been associated with a shepherd. And then I was hearing Blue Lagoon. He said, fear no man. The spiritual significance of the Blue Lagoon lies in its powerful symbolism of healing, purification, rejuvenation, and connection to Earth's primal energy. I was just talking about how the leopard is encouraging you to be grounded. offering a sanctuary for both physical and spiritual renewal through its mineral-rich geothermal waters, representing a place to rest, cleansing, and wonder in a stark volcanic landscape. It's seen as a place where the body, mind, and spirit connect with nature's forces, offering peace, clarity, like a Buddhist nirvana, and a release from worldly concerns, much like a sacred ritual. I just said, the future is in clear view. I talked about the Dalai Lama and its relation to Buddhism. I talked about resting in your power. Okay. Release from worldly concerns. The Blue Lagoon representing a place of rest, cleansing, and wonder in a stark volcanic landscape. You said, and my ass stuck my foot in a heated pool that has salt in it. You said, hi, do you have a long list? No, I'll just have one person right now. Whew, hold on now. Okay, before I hit the list, I'm going to look up tempered glass because that was one of the things Spirit gave me as well. Mm. All right, so I'm going to look up tempered glass. I never really met nobody who was truly successful that wasn't thankful for the good and the bad. And there's no way you can be thankful and hating on people at the same damn time. Because being thankful is a outward expression of your faith in the divine. Okay. The spiritual significance of tempered glass lies primarily in its physical properties of strength, forged through fire, and its characteristics of clarity, combined with resilience. While traditional glass symbolizes purity, transparency, and divine revelation, the specific tempering process adds deeper layers of meaning related to endurance and the positive transformation of character through adversity. That is what an ascended master is. An ascended master has been tempered or taken through the fire to get to where they are, to get to that highest level of consciousness in a human vessel. And all of these different names of source in a human vessel are ascended masters. Tempered glass is created by intense heat and rapid cooling, a process that takes it up to 10 times process that makes it up to 10 times stronger than regular glass. Spiritually, this mirrors the idea that challenges and fires of life can forge a stronger, more resilient spirit. It symbolizes an internal integrity, and the ability to withstand pressure without shattering easily. He said you got to be ready. So people who resent challenges and hard times are the people who were supposed to relish in those experiences to make them stronger and more resilient. That's what separates a regular ass energy from ascended master energy. Ascended master energy takes all the challenges and the baptism by fire. What you call an icon living? The ascended master takes those challenges and ascends, while the other person descends because they just mad as hell that they've had to go through all kinds of shit. And the thing is that I'm trying to tell people is that even when you're going through challenges and hard times, if you can maintain a pure heart through faith in the divine and trust in your ancestors, angels, spirit guides, higher self. I'm not talking about on no traditional religion shit. I'm talking about on a higher level. You said them trials by fire ain't nothing to play with. It's not. And that's what these weak ass cowardice people, they see that ascended master energy and they want what that person has, and then they start trying to do divination because they don't want to go through the fire to get what that person got. And spirit is like, you got us fucked up. If you even think for a hot second that you about to take what this chosen individual with a high calling and purpose went through, you gonna take their resilience, you gonna take all the work that they did going through the fire of life. Spirit is like, you wouldn't even be able to withstand half of the shit they've been through. And that's what they know. They know that they would never be able to withstand all the shit that you went through in order to get where you are. So they try to take it. And Spirit said, casting spells with shells. So somebody out here trying to use shells to cast spells on a divine being. Get the fuck out of here. You said, girl, you sure you weren't in the last live? No, child. Yes, cowrie shells. Supposed to be used as a divination tool for good in spiritual traditions. Honey. And what people do is they read shells. So when you throw the cowrie shells, you can based on the way they fall, you can read the shells. But Spirit said, "Oh no, uh-uh." Oh, and E5, yeah. I don't know much about E5, but they probably do it. So, cowrie shells hold deep spiritual meanings across cultures, symbolizing wealth, prosperity, fertility, protection, and divine feminine power. So, we talking about a feminine spiritualist using cowrie shells to try to take this divine being's wealth, prosperity, fertility, protection, and divine power. Is you fucking crazy? Is you crazy? Meanwhile, this person could be using the cowrie shells for their own power. Why are you wasting your divine feminine power on trying to take somebody else's shit? You need to be using these cowrie shells to build yourself up. That's what it's supposed to be for. All divination tools are supposed to be for your own healing, elevation. There is no spell work that is supposed to be used to harm another person. Period. You are using sacred divination tools to harm someone. These are ancestral inheritances. These rituals, these divination tools, these processes, this is the inheritance that is supposed to be used for our healing, health, wealth, elevation, not for destruction and trying to harm other people who are trying to do right by the collective. Yeah, unprovoked. And that's why I said mental health is no excuse for the abuse. Because people will come up in their mind with all kinds of justifications for doing this shit. Is you cool, bitch? You said hoodoo and voodoo use them as well as a divination tool. Yeah. Is you cool? And like I would venture to say that it's one thing if you know for sure that someone is doing something harmful to you, but the divine is like, nah, it's not justifiable because I let the divine handle it. I get information all the time that somebody is doing some bullshit to me. I'm not over here doing anything. I'm not speaking anything. I let the divine handle it. I simply say, may anyone who is coming against me be brought to justice. And I let it go. Because justice is determined by the divine, not by me. She said, this song is called Godzilla. I can't make it up. She said, wait a minute. First of all, we just would talk about hoodoo and voodoo. And she said, party like it's Mardi Gras. She said a bite out of the apple. Only God is nicer than me. Godzilla, only Godzilla. Amen. She said Jehovah and Christ, the only one's iller than me. I rain down to change minds. I ain't lying. And this is what I'm talking about. People thinking they iller than God. You not more powerful than God. You not iller than God. I don't care how much you think your damn spell work and divination is working. It ain't working. She said, woke up, damn, had a million problems. Hey, Karen. You said, child, I'm over here, and when I unleash these goons in the world, it's over with. Listening to old Badu. You said Spirit always come through with the music, always. And what it says also about cowrie shells is it's linked to ocean goddesses like Yemaya and Oshun, and used for divination as protective amulets against evil, and to honor ancestors, representing abundance and spiritual growth, especially in African traditions. Their unique shape resembles female genitalia, reinforcing fertility symbolism, and they were historically used as currency, further tying them to fortune. It says an ancient currency that directly symbolizes riches, good fortune, and abundance. And what I say earlier, riches unspoken. Your birthright cannot be stolen. And I talked about on, I don't know if it was a post or another live that I talked about people using spell work and trying to utilize these powerful, loving, beautiful, mothering energies, healing energies like Yemaya and Oshun to do spell work on people. That's crazy. That's insane in the membrane. I'm trying to tell y'all, because when I tell you that when you try to use these powerful energies for evil, it is going to backfire immensely. You said scissors can't take what's meant for me. It lives inside. Correct. You said that's what they fail to realize is they can't steal nothing. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. You gonna use a divination tool connected to your Oshun and Yemaya, who are also protection energies. Oshun and Yemaya are protecting these divine beings like no other. And you gonna have the nerve to use the exact tool against the people that they're protecting? I said earlier, I said legions of angels are constantly working on your behalf. You said, why I think one of these spiritualists left the country thinking she can't get popped across the sea. All right, let me get into these personals. Bruh. She said, I'm not your sister. I'm not your mother. Damn. Yeah. I'm not sorry to anybody that catches the wrath of my protection team. I'm not sorry. Yeah, I think that's the only one. All right. Diamond, what kind of reading did you want? I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Higher self spirit, thank you for the collective reading. What does Diamond need to know? I invite her spirit guides, higher self, angels, and ancestors of the highest light and vibration to contribute to this reading. So the message that I'm getting is about giving and receiving. And it's just interesting that it's like about to be Christmas time. Because Spirit is talking about everything that glitters is not gold. People pray over gifts. So to me, that means physical and spiritual gifts. So I was hearing accepting gifts is an exchange of energy. When you accept the gift that was prayed over for your downfall, it attaches to your energy and needs to be cleared. I was also hearing get rid of anything from anyone who has not had your best interests at heart. They were saying spirit has way more to give you. And I think the when you had popped into my live the last time, Spirit was talking about an iodine deficiency. And does any of that resonate for you? You said you're vegetarian. Okay, do you eat fish like shrimp and stuff? Like shellfish? Okay. So since you don't eat foods that have iodine, I feel like Spirit is saying you have an iodine deficiency. Um, and Spirit was saying talking about taking salt. So there's like earth salts that you can take in spray form. You can look it up online. They come in like a set. And there's a bunch of different salts. And so I feel like buying the set and using those salts on a regular basis will help with that. Um, so I feel like Spirit is saying that someone plans to give you a gift that they have prayed over to like somehow affect your gifts, your spiritual gifts. Um, so I would just be cautioned about accepting gifts from certain people. And I was hearing that you have the ability to infuse objects with healing power. Have you ever heard that before? You said it's probably my grandmother. Okay. So you think your grandmother tries to like pray over stuff that she gives you? She's coming over for the first time in years. Okay. Is she one of those radical people? Okay, she's very religious. Yeah. Yeah, I would be very careful about that. And the bad thing is, I feel like it's gonna be a really nice gift, like a ring, Like it's giving the energy of a diamond ring or something like that. It's gonna be the type of gift that you're not gonna want to get rid of, but spirit is like, don't do it. It's giving the energy of like an heirloom as well. So like passing down a ring to you that belonged to either her or someone else. And you know how people pass down rings, like I want you to, get married with this ring or whatever. And it doesn't have to be that deep. Um but I feel like it's something that's very like significant to the family lineage that is worth a lot of money. And yeah, it's not gonna be something that you're gonna want to give up, but spirit is saying that that is gonna be infused with so many things. They saying don't keep it. So I would let you use your intuition on how you would handle that. Yeah, I wouldn't reject it in front of everyone, but I would not keep it. Yeah, that's gonna be tough though. Cause when you get something like that, they gonna be checking on it to make sure you still have it. Um, what you could say is that you put it in a safety deposit box or something like that. Like if they question you about it. But yeah, no, it's mm-mm. They saying don't take that gift. But they also say get rid of anything. Like if you have things now in your possession, to get rid of anything from anyone who's not had your best interests at heart. So it's given the energy of like a Bible or like a rosary or like a necklace with a cross on it or something like that. Does any of that resonate? Okay, it does. Yeah, that stuff. So people can even infuse those things after the fact. So, like, say someone gave those things to you and they didn't know that you were interested in spirituality and using your spiritual gifts, they can pray over those things that they gave you and pray that they will have an effect on, or they will like cancel out your spiritual gifts. So people are actually trying to attach, incantations, I'm hearing, onto the items that they have previously given you as well. So yeah, they want you to get rid of all that shit. I don't feel like the energy is not like, I'm not gonna say that. Because if they're saying for you to get rid of it, then yeah, you need to get rid of it. I just the reason why I'm hesitant to say this is because I don't want you to then take what I'm saying and be like, oh, well, I can keep it then if I'm protected. You are protected. However, the act of getting rid of it is the act of breaking its effect, breaking the ability for them to continue to do incantations on these items. Um, it just is wild to me that people would do that, especially if they claim to be Christians, because that's really some ritualistic shit. I mean, people can make it seem like it's a prayer, and it is not. It's not just a prayer. You said, does burying it count to get rid of it? I would say so, but you want to bury it far away from your house or wherever you live. Definitely do not bury that shit like in the backyard or in the park next to you. You need to go to like a damn, like another state over or some shit and bury it. I'm hearing burn it. But if it's something, like jewelry that you can't really burn, you can just bury that. I'm not gonna sit here and say to burn the Bible, because I don't know if I feel comfortable telling people that. But you know, you can bury that too. But even if it's like clothing, like these people is wild. Now the clothing I would burn. I would definitely burn the clothing. Um and just to be honest, spirit does not care about no Bibles. That's why um things like the emerald tablets are on non-destructible material. So like things that can be destroyed, spirit don't care nothing about, because a lot of it is misinformation anyway. But if that bothers you, then I would just bury it. But yeah, child. Did you have any questions? Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for trusting me with your energy, and thank you for supporting me. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards for you. Higher self spirit. Is there anything else that Diamond needs to know, or some confirmation as to what I said? I feel like your guides are saying also set intentions when you get rid of the items. Like the intentions would be something like asking your ancestors to assist with or I would say thank your ancestors and guides for protecting you and for assisting you with stepping into your power and the fullness of your gifts, and remembering your power, because these people are really working very hard to stop you. You said, I've been getting a card saying letting go. Yep. Let it go. Definitely let it go. Cause I was getting giving and receiving in the collective, but I didn't add it to the collective message because I didn't feel like it was part of the collective message, but it's clearly part of your message. Cause I was actually seeing I was seeing the temperance card where I have in this deck. I guess I should use this deck. In this deck, in the modern goddess deck, there's a temperance card where she's like pouring water from one container to another, and I was seeing that. I was also seeing like your ancestors like doing the act of giving and receiving, like passing something back and forth. The damn AI summary said gifted ring, spiritual attack, ask about protection. Lord, no. I almost feel like your parents called your grandmother in as a reinforcement. Cause they feel like whatever they're doing is not working. And so they bringing in Big Mama as a reinforcement. That's wild. Spirit, any additional messages for Diamond or confirmation? So yeah, this is giving the energy of like you not being able to see exactly what's happening, like what they're attempting to do. And this is like giving the energy of people working together to try to come against you. Like almost celebrating, thinking that they've been victorious, and working against you. They trying to stop all your abundance, like every last bit. Financial, all of your harvest. This is like spiritual gifts, your harvest, your abundance, your creativity. And honey, you are the crown of pentacles. You powerful. You are very powerful. And they know that. Whether they understand what it is, like from their human mind and their, their religion, they think that they're just somehow protecting you from demonic stuff. But what their spirit is really trying to do is stop you altogether, because they know how powerful you are, how much impact you can have on this world, how like this, the Crown of Pentacles is like deep rooted, lifetime after lifetime, developing and cultivating wisdom and very ancient gifts. Yeah. So their energy knows the power that you possess. And like I said, putting spell work into books like the Bible. Um, like this pen has fire on it. So this is like I said, incantations. They're trying to like use all kinds of spell work to affect your possessions. And like fire energy is like your energy. They're trying to penetrate your energy. Honey. And spirit is urging you to go into hermit mode. Go within. Shine a light within. Find your power. Because, like I said, spirit has way more gifts for you. Birds are significant for intuition. The Nine of Pentacles is abundance. Um, when you have this many pentacles, this means that you have cultivated your gifts and your creativity and your abundance over many lifetimes. You say you have a bird? Oh, okay. Yeah. Spirit is like, we have a harvest for you. You would not have to worry about money or anything like that. Your gifts will make way for your abundance. And that's what they're trying to stop. Because when you have the type of gifts that you have, you're able to create and amass a large amount of wealth by using your gifts and your creativity. And the Crone of Pentacles is someone who has an overflow, who can use that overflow to help others, to bring equity to the world, to, bring people up. You can share your gifts, share your wisdom, share your prosperity with people, because that's not just like no, like I was talking about earlier in the live, that's not like no regular 9 to 5 limited abundance. This is abundance that you have cultivated over lifetimes. This is like an ancestral inheritance that these people are trying to stop you from getting. Because it's almost like energetically, spiritually, they know that you will be able to far surpass anything that they have ever been able to do. And it's almost like the energy of, well, we can't let her get that big because then we would have to ask her for money, and we're not doing that. It's like it's the energy of them wanting you to always be dependent upon them, especially financially. Does that resonate? Because it's like when you have to be financially dependent on somebody, then that's how they can control you, basically. They can control your life, they can control your decisions, they can dictate shit to you. um so let me know if that resonates. You said, yeah, I can't be with them forever. But also, too, Spirit is saying this is what I was talking about, you being able to infuse your energy into objects. So, the same way that they are infusing their energy into objects to stop you, you can infuse your energy into objects as well in a positive way. And you said, well, and then there's that hot mess. Child. And look, this looks like a mother and a grandmother. One has gray hair and one has dark brown hair. A mother and a grandmother cheering to like, yeah, we got her now. Spirit said, oh no. It's always your family that be your worst enemy. Child. Tell me about it. Yeah, Spirit is saying, come out of this energy and get into this energy. And you see how the way she's standing, like she's standing very powerfully. She has a dog, which is protection. And, you know, she's got a torch where she can see the path that she needs to be on. And she's got a purple scarf for royalty. She's dressed in green for love, for the heart chakra. She's got on brown boots for being grounded. She's got mountains behind her, which is challenges being behind you. Mountains also represent protection. She's got a camera. Like, I see you and I got you on camera. You are on candid camera, Spirit said. They said, you can't have her. You cannot have her. And cats represent spiritual protection. And like mastering your energy, harnessing your darkness, overcoming your darkness, being the sun, being the light. It's just very interesting that you have the gift of being able to infuse objects with your healing energy. So you could like give someone something, infuse it with healing energy, and that person just being in possession of it, receiving that gift from you, it can heal that person. And so your family, this is like a family trait. This is a generational gift that they're using in the opposite direction. Like you have the potential to heal masses by doing that. And they're trying to stop you from, you know, affecting people on in a positive way, in a, you know, child. Folks be tripping. But again, thank you for trusting me with your energy. And thank you for supporting me. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, when you get rid of that stuff, you will close the cycle. You'll have your clarity. You'll be able to use your gifts. That crown is being royal. And I was saying she had on a purple scarf for royalty. The divine is all in it. Honey. When I tell you that by you harnessing your power, like taking your power back from them, taking your power back, harnessing your power, you will close that cycle of them generationally trying to stop you. Like, it's given the energy that these same energies have tried to stop you every lifetime and have not been successful. So it be them ones, it be them same ones every time. Alright, y'all. If nobody else would like a reading, I'm gonna hop off of here. Cause sis gotta get ready for work. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank you, Lotus, for helping me to moderate. I feel like I want to do a love reading right quick. Let's do a love reading right quick. Who's sitting up in here wants a love reading? Have a beautiful night, twin. You're welcome. Ah! Thank you, you too. Somebody up in here want a love reading. Like, please do a love reading. It may not be what you want to hear now. It may not be what you want to hear. I'm just going to forewarn you now. But Spirit, let's do a love reading. Oh, wait a minute now. I am seeing a tall, fine-ass Arab-looking man. Fine as hell. Hold on now. He's standing in all his emperor energy. He says she needs to sit down and be quiet. Honey, this person is daggone fine. What you trying to tell the people? He just got on his knee like he about to propose to somebody. are you from, sir? Because you fine. He look like he from somewhere in the UAE. You said hi yourself over here, all ears. He look like he from straight from the damn UAE, honey. Excuse me. I did not want to take these reversals, but why are you here, sir? I mean, I feel like this is not a love reading. I feel like this is a continuation of Diamond's reading, actually. Because the reason why I say that is because, like, this is like a death needs to occur, like letting go of that stuff. People in traditional religion trying to stop her from being in her leadership energy, her star energy. The wheel needs to be turned. I mean, like, bruh, I feel like this is a continuation. Yeah, I feel because this is like, now I was telling her not having control over her situation, letting these people control her, letting this traditional religion control her. I just feel like this is a repeat. Let me get this other deck. Spirit, I rang the bell now. I I rang the bell now. I don't ring the bell. I mean, that spread could definitely apply to a love reading. Where like this man, this fine ass man that is in his whole leadership power trying to come in for somebody, but they over here not knowing who they are. I mean, that could be you, Diamond. Because if you're not in your power, your man ain't gonna come on through. Are you attracted to Arab looking men? Because I ain't gonna lie, he is so fine. Honey, it's giving divine union and all that shit. It's giving money. It's giving that Arab money. Baby, you really need to step into your power, honey. You said fine don't have a color. Well, there you go. I feel like that was definitely for you because like you not really realizing your power. A man like this right here, you can't be half stepping with a man like that. He's trying to come in. He would like to come in. But stepping into your power is what's gonna do it. Yeah. Cause honey, he's got like the whole physique. Like we talking about 6'6", body for days, like chiseled face, goatee, just fine for no damn reason. I'm looking at him like, honey, who is you here for, sir? And that tells me that you are ancient, because for spirit to send you a divine union with a man who looks like he's straight out of damn Egypt, like one of them Egyptian soldiers or kings, you know, like just he looks like an Egyptian king on some real shit. And that may be some connection to that ring that I was talking about. So like that ring, the heirloom ring that I was talking about may actually be more connected to this divine union, because he definitely got on his knees like, I'm trying to propose now. Let's get a love message for the collective spirit. Maybe I needed to be more specific. Are you tall, Diamond? Are you tall for a woman? You said, oh, damn, 5'10". Yeah, you are tall, honey. Yeah, this your man. That's your man right there. That's your man right there. So Spirit is kind of having me go out on a limb with this one a little bit because traditionally the daughter and the son, I mean, this is a new beginning. So I'm going to take it as a new beginning. But it's definitely a divine union. Because I've talked about how the devil card it can represent a divine union, like a it can also represent like a healthy bond between two people, a healthy like um harnessing your darkness by balancing the masculine and feminine within. And so when you balance the masculine and feminine within, then your divine union can come in. And you see how both of these people have red capes on. This is definitely a divine union of two divine beings. Two divine beings in their own right. So like the feminine energy has mastered her energy, and the masculine energy has mastered his creativity, his pentacles. And I know the son and daughter typically are like just beginning their journey of mastering those things. But in the context of this reading, with the cards that came out, in addition to these two energies, it's definitely a divinely guided union. And it's coming in about 8 days. That's fast energy. What's 8 days from now? December 18th. So, no, December 16th. I'm tripping. December 16th. Yeah. So, December 16th is significant because both of y'all are coming out of this energy. Both of y'all done been backstabbed and trampled and taken down and through the damn darkness in relationships, not being able to see how people are, um, have poor intentions coming out of that energy. And Spirit said, he ready, she ready. I'm hearing breaking the cycle, breaking the cycle of toxic relationships. You said, isn't that around the last new moon of 2025? Oh, child, y'all know better than me. I don't know. And look at the moon card. Well, it's the Nine of Swords, but it's a big ass moon. So, yeah. Yeah, this union is being completely guided by spirit. This new beginning. And homeboy got all that fertile land behind him. This is Spirit is saying this is just one of the pentacles that homeboy possesses. This does not represent young money, short money. This does not represent trying to hold tightly to money. This individual is very generous. They have, I'm hearing they have real estate. They have cultivated this harvest that's coming in just so that he will be able to take care of you. And I mean, really and truly, this could be the energy within a person. Balancing and marrying the divine masculine and feminine within. Harnessing your creativity, harnessing your energy, learning your energy, knowing how to generate wealth. This is a leader. Spirit said that is a crown on the top of his head. And this is a leader as well. Like when you have a staff like this, that is a warrior. This person has been a warrior, has had to go down and through the trenches in order to master her energy, her feminine energy. This is two people who have balanced their masculine and feminine. Oh, you were talking about 1216? Okay, definitely. Please do. Ciao. Yeah. He said, do your own thing. You got your own money. And on the top of her staff, it looks like crystals. There's a feather. And feathers are connected to Isis. He said, I know it's early, I know it's soon, but I think I love you. Yeah. He coming in quick. He said, out of the blue. I know it's out of the blue, but I'm going to let you know, I think I love you. So this can definitely represent fast incoming communication. So is for this, whoever I'm talking to, This is giving the energy of you knowing this person already. It doesn't have to be, but between this and this song is giving the energy of two people that know each other. And this is giving the energy of one or both people coming out of another relationship that was a bad investment of energy and time. Somebody about to be involved with somebody who um was basically covering up their motives, trying to hide in the shadows. Somebody that's in like toxic relationship type energy. Spirit said, nah. Look, back there in the back, it says RIP. Spirit said, RIP to that toxic shit. We healing the masculine and feminine. We not taking this devil card. And for this, not for this union, we not taking no negative, toxic relationship. That's some shit that we coming out of. That's associated, that toxicity is associated with this fool. This, I'm hearing gold digger. Honey, somebody was trying to damn gold dig homeboy. And this man done worked too long and too hard to acquire this wealth. You said, ain't no one trying to hear him. And mind you, his birthday is 12/12. Well, damn. And the song is Bended Knee. Didn't I say that man was on Bended Knee? He said, let's bring the good things back the way they used to be. I did say reconciliation. Yeah, I think one or both of these people just recently came to a revelation that whoever they were about to be involved with was not it. And you know, spirit, a lot of times spirit be like, just let it play out. You know, just let the situation play out. Cause sometimes you have to be in separation in order to in order for the person to realize that you the one. And you see how her back is turned toward him. So I feel like the feminine energy in this scenario had to set some boundaries. Cause sis knows her energy and knows her power. She may be just starting to step into her power, but she's fully aware. In this energy right here, sis is fully aware. You said, thanks, Spirit, that number is not working. Lord. Yeah, but for somebody, this is definitely a divine union. Yeah, Spirit is saying they had to get rid of this third party energy so that these two people could come together. Damn. Somebody got one of them nose ring things. You said, I mean, with a block, but somebody, the third party has one of these nose rings. And she really thought that she was going to hoodwink this masculine for his money with her Poom Poom 9090. Oh boy. Yeah, spirit getting all up in somebody's business. But folks will try to do that shit. They will try to get somebody using that Wu-Tang. They will try to Wu-Tang a dude. And that shit don't work. Because once a man gets a whiff of a divine feminine, and even if he tries to put this other chick in competition with the divine feminine, there is no competition. You cannot compete where you do not compare. You hear me? So, yeah. Ain't no competition. So, y'all let me know. I'm going to be waiting on December 16th. Let me know what happens now. We got healing. We got collaboration, like building sustainable communities together. We got the 9 of Pentacles. That's that long, strong, long money. We got the 8 of Wands again, so confirmation of 8 days. And a new beginning. And divinely guided new beginning. These, like a big city could be significant. This union is about to have lots of money, creativity, prosperity, abundance. Oh boy. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Oh shoot. I left a card in here. The 8 of Pentacles. I said lots of creativity. And sis is taking her time and getting it right. Yeah. This is giving like that this divine union has been building over time. It's been slow moving. The person's been slow to come in. But when it does come in, and these two people combine their creativity, combine their gifts for that, I just pulled that, the 3 of Pentacles card where they were collaborating. I was saying collaboration. So yeah, working together to build community, combining their creative gifts. And both of these people are very powerful, high-ranking spiritual beings. So there is no question that this union is going to be world changing. We talking about power couple, world changing. I'm hearing world dominating. Mm, mm, mm. Bottom of the deck energy, the truth has been spoken, balance and justice being brought to the situation. You said, wait till I get my hands on him. Just text and make sure. The fulfillment of wishes. Give us one more card for the night. Oh shit. Rejoice and celebration. That's giving marriage. That's giving wedding. And it's about to be 11/11 here. Firm foundation. I said it. Oh shit. Partnership and alliance. The live is officially clocked. Do you hear me? Prosperity begins. More clockedness. Memories of love. It's 12/12 there. It's 11/11 here. The light. I said it was two divine beings. And look at this. Financial and material changes. And look at the ring. I can't make it up. Now we all on different time zones, right? And we got the number 9 for completion, solitude. We got that firm foundation was built within solitude, going within. This person has developed resilience, a pillar of strength, learned lessons, all that wisdom, all the challenges are behind her. And damn protection is behind her. And look, the number 16. We're not even going to pay attention to the card as far as the words and the image. That is a number 16. 31K likes. Thank you for the likes. And your birthday is the 16th. Ciao. The whole live is clocked. Do you hear me? All right, y'all. Have a good night. Good night, y'all. Thanks for hanging out.